All right, I had a pretty fucking crazy day. Um, and I kind of want to break down what it was and how it was and how I saw it. But and it's gonna be all about this volume profile. So what we're gonna see here is that this was essentially yesterday's volume profile, yesterday's regular trading hour volume profile, and we put in a really nice kind of D-shaped volume distribution. Um, it just didn't form kind of, I guess, the way that you would anticipate it to. We just kind of shot up at the beginning, lingered around the middle, and then sold off toward the end of the day. But the D formed, and then in the overnight session, what you'll see in the overnight session is that the price skimmed right through the middle of that distribution. We came up here, and then we had this low volume node here. And so I was, if you look at the entirety, if you combine those two profiles, what you see is we have poor high, and then we have this low volume in here. We have this little high volume node in here. And my whole concept was that this poor high was going to get repaired. I had 950 as my target. And the 950 line is based on a previous structure break from over here, and then it also has to do with that breakdown candle in the yellow over there. So I was looking to buy. I was looking for reversals in this low volume node right here. So I was looking for reversals in there. If we carry this over, you'll see that low right there is the point of control on that particular node. So cool. That's what I was doing. But I took some serious bruises today, and I put up some crazy commissions. So this is my P&L for the day. We had a really, really easy go of it for the first like 40 minutes, just super clean trades, put up $400, and then all of a sudden I took the $700 breakdown. It's kind of unexcusable. We're gonna look at those trades, and then I got it right back. So this was like a kind of a little tilty revenge trade. And I'm noticing that I'm starting to get triggered by a certain trade. Got this, everything's great. A little bit of a drawdown, then a pretty big one. This is 300 this is 300 or 500 point drawdown. Got it back, another drawdown, got it back, ended at the high water mark and walked away. I had like 400 and what is it? $467 in commissions. $467 in commissions. I'm walking away with $586 in profit. 56%, 56.24% win rate, 43.76% lose rate. 457 trades. So that means my expectancy was like 1.25 on the day. 1.25. And I'm gonna say that's fucking great because that's above zero. And that's what matters. So again, what we're looking at here is this. I'll pop this in a note every once in a while just to show where we're at. But here we are at the open, right? We're over here. We're in this candle, this white candle right here, and we're kind of breaking out. And so I remember looking at this and seeing that we're coming up and we're kind of like doing this like cup and handle thing. So I got in even though the open was so close. Got in, took a nice little profit here. Took that, whatever. And then I let the open kind of do its thing a little bit more. Here's another entry. I took full loss on that, but I didn't size into it. Yeah, it's full loss. So that was a $50 hit, but that's all right because I had made money on the last one. It came down. Whatever. Just a nice little buy. Saw it. Started with one. Started working. I added two more. Started working. I added a few more. Let it run. Took some off. Everything's great. Once again, here's a full hit. Took two contracts here, got hit. took $100 loss. I got back in. I don't know if I could have played this much better, right? It looks like I took one off here, one off here, one off here. And then, you know, I attempted to let everything else trail, but there wasn't an opportunity to. Took this next one. I think this here was me really trying to let a runner run, and that's why I wasn't taken off up here. Of course, in hindsight. And I noticed on one of the charts that this was a particularly interesting line. The 15,000 volumetric chart was showing that. Let's see if I can find it. Holy shit, this is way back there. Where was it? Is this it? Yeah. It's funny, I'm looking at this now and I'm not even seeing what I saw at the moment when I was trading. Oh, I think it was, yeah, you know what it was that we were having taper. And we had our volume build right here. And at the top of this volume build, we had all these buyers right here. And I was thinking to myself that, and we had all those buyers, and if I can added these buyers to these buyers, I basically said this was going to be the low of it. And that was my idea, was that like this line was getting defended. And when we look out, when we zoom out a little bit, you can see that it actually was kind of a key line. But here comes the first kind of big tilt. So I'm at $400 at this point. I'm anticipating that we're going to go higher. We break through this higher high. We break through this higher high. We're breaking out of this. We do a double bottom. We coast through this like it's nothing. I'm anticipating that we're going to come back down and like maybe hit this or something. I don't know. And then we're going to, because I'm so bullish. I'm so bullish going into the day. 2 contracts, this is a $100 loss. 3 contracts, this is a $150 loss. So this is $250 right there. $400 loss right here with this one. So this is, boom, $400 in the toilet. Then I take this last 1, 2, 3, 4, probably 5. Yeah, 5. So that's, you know, 250. So that's a $700 loss. And then you can see I just sized up. So this is really tilty. Super tilty. And this is what happens in these situations is that when I think I have a level right, you know, and I'm thinking we're going to break through this blue line, which we didn't. We didn't even really do it here. But when I get stopped out at the bottom of a move, and it's like at the fucking bottom of a move, and then we put in a great big white candle afterward, I get tilted on that. So I add, just going big. But I mean, it's strong, right? Like it's going up. I wasn't able to get out up here. We come down, coming back up. I'm adding. So then here, it's at this point where I'm actually like, where I'm starting to take off some of these hits, right? So whatever this is 113.99. So this is $30. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so this is $150. Yeah, 160, 170 bucks in winners. But then boom, poof, you know, 250 bucks in losers or whatever. Yeah, 250 bucks in losers. And then what happens here? Same shit. I get stopped out at the fucking bottom. big strong candle coming out of it. What do? I load up again. Bam, 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 bam. This is just tilt, right? But it works. It works for me this time. And that's why I have a max daily loss limit. I mean, I lock out so I can't blow up my account. I just blow up the day and not my account. But it's at this point where you can already see that I've fucking put up a ton of contracts. And at this point, we've already done, right? I was already up 400, down 300, and now I'm back up like whatever, $300-400. So, so there's that. Then I'm not watching. And this level, right? We have this low volume node from the long-term volume profile that I use. Now you start putting on some decent trades, right? This is my typical trading right here. And what time is this? Is that like 9:30? And this is really when I should start trading. So when we look at this P&L, it should, in all honesty, probably be starting right here. This is probably when it should start. When I should start trading, right? And so like, yeah, I think that's fair. I know that reduces $300 off my P&L for the day, but this is the time that I should be trading. So I get long. I'm jockeying in this position in and out. I could pull this nice winner, 141. Yeah, so 60 pointer, almost 60 pointer there. This one's basically break even. Now you take a little hit here. How did we do? 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, stopped at the bottom, and this was me moving my stops up because this is a huge loss. So this is 20, 13. So that's 13 points instead of 25, but that's 13 points, 25. That's $125 draw. But I load up, pop, 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 and I take these tiny little winners. So it's 29. Yeah, well, it's not that tiny. I mean, these are $15 winners. Each line is $15. And there's another $100 here. That's a full loss. Try the short. Moderately works. A little bit of chop here. All this is fine. That's great. Whatever. And then what happens? Looks like a bunch of time passes and I don't trade. Then we got really nice trade here. Super nice trade here. Super nice trades here. $29. Yeah, it looks like a full loss. It's all right. And this one stinks, but I don't think this is a full loss though. No, not even close. So this is all good. This is probably $100, maybe $200-300 drawdowns, $200 drawdown or whatever. And then we're looking at here it is again though, right? Stopped right at the fucking bottom, and we have the strong candle out. I add in. This is kind of an error. I allowed myself to kind of dollar cost average there. I'm not sure what I was seeing, but yeah, I didn't get in. Bang it. Now we're getting into the really fucking nasty tilt. Now we're getting into the nasty tilt. So we got $150 loss. Yeah, these are good because I'm like moving my stops up. Like I'm not like taking full $25 or 25 point losses. I mean, if I would have had the full loss on it, it would have worked, but it ended up working for me anyway. So I just didn't suffer through. So like, I guess the difference here is negligible. Loss, and then this one, right? So I take this big loss. So this is 40. No, it's only $7. Only $7. Yeah, that's right. I allowed myself to have that big because I was like managing it. So like this looks like a lot of red failing lines, but each one of these is $15. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's only like $90. And I tried to short it. I'm wrong. And then this one. Yeah, this one. So yeah, this is where it starts going fucking crazy. So what are we doing here? Shorting. Up, 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 up. And I'm adding. Um, this is crazy. 12:30. So let's look at this. 12:20, right? Yeah, right here. So this is all those red lines as they're cashing out, and I'm down here. I'm just taking hits. Yeah, but you know what? At this point, I'm kind of like, I'm 300 up on the day. It looks like. It's not that bad of a situation, actually. It's just the size it's all fucked up. And then this was just crazy. This is absolutely crazy. I was like, this is going down. This is going fucking down. I sized up. I don't know. I got up to like 35, 40 MQ or something like that. It doesn't look like that many. Maybe it wasn't, but maybe this was, but this wasn't. I don't know. But anyway, it was a lot. I remember coming down and we're flirting with it. We're flirting with the level where I was like, yeah, because an open P&L here, I was in the red. My P&L was in the red here. Not my realized my actual P&L. And so I was kind of fucked. I think I was down like $400 or something like that. So this was like a $700 like loser at one point. I think, if I remember right. And we kept flirting with my break even on the day level. And then finally, as we started like coming down, and we started exiting. I probably should have exited a few more here, but then we started coming back up, and I got out. I realized that the line was on. I switched, and I got some nice trades out of this. So this is at 12.29. Right? So like right here. Bing, bing, bing. I mean, these are beautiful trades. These are beautiful trades. Boom, boom, boom. Beautiful. Look at this. It's like, 90% win rate or whatever. It's just beautiful. Bam, bam, bam. And my losers are only part of winners, right? Like this one. Like, how do you call that a loser? How do you call this a loser? How can you get more money out of this range, right? Like how big is this range? We're 327, 30-point range. I'm just ripping it. 30-point range. It's great. It's great. I take a little hit right here. That's all right. Size up. I go short. I remember this because we built up a lot of volume. Built up a lot of volume there, and I think this is an important one to kind of show here. Okay, right here. So when we look at this one, what it is this. Okay, yeah, this was interesting because this was where that big tilt happened. But here we go. We have taper, 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 and we built this volume right here. And to me, this volume was really interesting. So this volume was going to be like how would you say it would be? It's kind of like the line. So let's actually mark that here. Let's see. Can I copy and move that blue line from down here? See how this line plays. So then we taper, we accepted price above it, came down, buyers got it. Nice D formation here. And Yeah, I don't know. I cut this next little short, and then I think I was out the door. I think that was my last trade of the day. But so when we look at the P&L, I want to think that this or this or like this is the way that I trade. I really like thinking this is because this is when I looked at those trades, they were so like well managed and sized, and I was able to put $400 pretty easily. But I have to be able to add. I have to be able to add to my winners, and when I do that, I need to take on more risk, and sometimes those are going to come back and bite me. And I think that's really an important thing for me to recognize is that the second I get up to like 4 contracts, I certainly have to have my stop lift up. I'm going to try to see if I can pull up the trade data for this today. Yeah, so this is pretty wild. I'm only up, I guess, $300 in this account. I thought it was a little bit more than that, but I'm up like $800 in this account. But okay, so this was today. Equity peak, equity valley. Maximum run up. Maximum drawdown. Yeah. Flat to flat. Oh, this is good. Ooh, this is really good. Wait. Average trade open profit is 18. Average trade open loss is 15. Okay. Average winning trade open profit is 27. Oh, this is good. So comparing these guys together, that's pretty decent. Maximum trade open profit, nice. That's per contract, right? But I mean, it happens a lot more often where, yeah, whatever. It's crazy. Yeah, I hear that's my expectancy. 1.25. Hey, it's fucking green, man. It's fucking green. Flat to flat trade. Let's see here. Average winning trade, $15. No, okay, look at this. Average loser is just a little bigger than my average winner. That's all right. That's all right because my win factor is so much higher. Um, Average flat to flat losing trade. Yeah. Well, yeah, that's because that's a full loss. That's a full loss, right? Oh, interesting. There's a lot of this I don't understand, like the importance of it. What does it really say? Jesus, that's crazy. Average time in trades. Average time in a winning trade. Longer my winners than my losers. That's pretty good. Hey, that's pretty. That's good. Quantity. Yeah. What about this? I don't know why this is so high. That seems really high to me. Yeah, like that. Look at this shit. That's obscene. Hey, whatever. I don't know what any of that shit means, but looked at it. Here we go. That's the rundown of the day. I guess the question is then, did we um did we get sorted? See, we're sorted. Okay, there's my 1 hour. Now, what did the volume profile do for us today? Right? Like, what are we looking? What are we looking at now? And what are we going to be doing going into tomorrow? Here's ongoing volume profile for the week. Looks like we have spot area to buy in, and could be things. So I think what I'm going to do. No, I'll do that afterward. So text. All right. So let's see how that looks. Good. That. Yeah, modify text. There we go. So, um, so we have to repair this now. I think we're looking at 950 for tomorrow.